Hi, hello my dear students. Welcome back to chemistry class. Beta. So in the last class we have seen a clear story of photoelectric effect. And also finally we did a derivation that is for what Nana? Einstein's photoelectric equation. So what is the formula of Einstein's photoelectric equation? H nu, nothing but total energy of the photon is equals to the work function W plus kinetic energy of the ejected electron, that is nothing but Ke. Yes or no? So H nu is equals to W plus Ke. That is nothing but what Nana? Einstein's photoelectric equation. And now here in this video class I am going to discuss about the applications of photoelectric effect. Means, so applications which are related to the photoelectric effect and the graphs related to the photoelectric effect and problems based on photoelectric effect. So these three types of topics related to the photoelectric effect we are going to be discussed now. And all three topics are very important for, especially for objective point of view. Okay na? And problems are important for theoretical objective also. Okay na beta? Yes. So before going to start the applications of photoelectric effect, once again I want to show you a complete and a brief, a short story of the photoelectric effect. I want to tell you once again. Okay na beta? So first of all, here I am going to consider a metal sheet, or we can say metal foil, maybe copper or maybe silver, maybe cesium, maybe okay na what na sodium, potassium, like that. So I have taken first of all a metal foil or metal sheet, and definitely that contains what na number of electrons. So number of electrons we can see in the surface of what na metal, and already I have told you each and every metal that must contains a minimum characteristic amount of frequency. Such a metal frequency, we said that threshold frequency. What we have said Nana? Yes, we have said that metal frequency is known as threshold frequency. The symbol we have mentioned, that is nothing but nu naught. So nu naught is nothing but metal frequency, and also we can say that threshold frequency. Okay. So metal which contains a characteristic threshold frequency, such metal when its surface going to be exposed to a particular beam of light, particular suitable energy photon, nothing but when suitable energy photon, when it going to be strikes on the surface of metal, definitely from the surface of metal there will be releasing of electron takes place. So release of electrons from the surface of metal when it going to be exposed to a photon with suitable frequency. Okay na beta? So by the fall of photon, releasing of electron takes place from the surface of what na metal. So for the removal of this electron, a part of photon energy will be utilized, nothing but. So the process of energy required for the removal of this electron, so that energy already I have told you, the energy required, okay, now that energy was taken from the photon to remove the what na electron. Okay, such energy we have to say that is equals to the what na work function. Already I have told you it can be denoted with the symbol is nothing but W. Work function, and also we can use another word, threshold energy, means energy required to remove the electron from the metal surface, that is known as threshold energy, or we can say work function. Work function is nothing but required energy for the removal of electron. So energy is nothing but in the form of quanta h nu. But here energy required for the removal of electron from where? From the metal surface. But a metal surface contain what is the frequency? Nu naught frequency. So in the place of W we have to be write that h nu naught. Okay now beta? So for suppose total photon energy is h nu. A part of its energy we are utilizing for the removal of electron, nothing but that is equals to work function. And what about remaining energy? Already I have told you the remaining energy of photon that goes to be appears in the form of kinetic energy of the ejected electrons. Kinetic energy of the ejected electrons. So total striking photon, it contain energy is what? H nu. So total energy of the photon H nu, that was utilized in two ways. Okay, some energy we are utilizing for the removal of electron, means that is equals to work function. Remaining energy that was appeared in the form of kinetic energy of the released or ejected electrons. So h nu is equals to W plus Ke. It is known as what beta? Einstein's photoelectric equation. This equation already we have derived in the last video class. And also we modified this equation, Nana. So total energy of the photon h nu, total energy of the incident photon, that is nothing but h nu. It is equals to, in the place of W we can write energy required to remove the electron, that is equals to the h nu naught energy. And kinetic energy of the ejected electron, in that place if you want we can write Ke, otherwise if you want here we can write off and this square. Both are nothing but what, Nana? Einstein's photoelectric equation that was derived in the last class. And finally I have given another formula to calculate the kinetic energy of ejected electrons. Formula to calculate kinetic energy of ejected electron. So ejecting electrons, they are having what about amount of kinetic energy? So kinetic energy of the ejected electron, that we can calculate by using the formula. Kinetic energy Ke equals to h nu minus W, or we can write h nu minus h nu naught. So kinetic energy Ke equals to h nu minus what we can write beta? We can write that h nu naught. Okay, and also we have modified this equation. H is common, so kinetic energy Ke equals to h into nu minus nu naught. That also we have written. And also I have given another formula. Kinetic energy Ke equals to hc into 1 by lambda minus 1 by lambda naught. So such all the formulas which are related to the photoelectric effect, they are very important for the purpose of competitive exams and especially for problem solving. Okay, that's why these formulas we must be remembered for theory and also for the objective point of view application way. Okay, now beta, yes, so try to remember all the formulas clearly. Very good. Now some other applicative point of view relations already I am going to tell you now. Already this what I have told you up to now, this all we have studied clearly in the last video. Okay, na beta. And what is the required condition to exhibit the photoelectric effect? The condition is nothing but the nu is nothing but what? Frequency of photon nu and frequency of metal nu naught as compared to metal frequency or threshold frequency, incident photon that should contain more frequency. Okay, na beta. So frequency of incident light that must be higher as compared to the metal frequency, or we can say threshold frequency. This is the required condition to exhibit the photoelectric effect. Up to now, each and every point I have told you and I have briefly explained that in previous video class. Yes, sir. Let us consider applications of photoelectric effect. Number one is, this thing also already I have told you. Sir, which group metals in entire periodic table they are going to exhibit the maximum photoelectric effect? So what was the answer? For that answer is nothing but we can say that alkali metals, or we can say in S block, okay, 1A group metals we can consider alkali metals, or we can say that 1A group metals, they are going to exhibit the maximum photoelectric effect. Okay, sir, why? What is the reason? The reason is, already these reasons also I have told you in the last class. Reason number one, alkali metals, they are having largest atomic sizes. Alkali metals, they are having low ionization energy, or we can say that low ionization potential. That means we required a very low amount of energy for the removal of electron from where? Alkali metals. So required energy to remove the electron, that is nothing but ionization energy, and also we can say that ionization potential. So what about alkali metals? Due to their large size, by the fall of incident light, they can be easily loses the electron. Because of they contain large size, due to that reason, For the removal of electron, we required low energy. That's why this shows maximum photoelectric effect. Another reason is, another one is, already I have told you, they shows a very high electropositive nature. They contains what, Nana? Maximum electropositive nature. So due to these three very special characteristics, we have to say that alkali metals are 1A group elements. They will show the maximum photoelectric effect. So already I have given in the previous class what are the list of 1A group metals and which one shows maximum photoelectric effect. Answer: cesium. Top to bottom, their atomic sizes goes to be increases, Nana. Yes or no? So which contains maximum atomic size? Cesium. So cesium shows maximum photoelectric effect, Nana. Okay, so the order of alkali metal or photoelectric effect which will shows maximum photoelectric, Nana? Cesium. After that we can consider rubidium. Next one we can consider potassium. Next one we can consider sodium. Next one we can consider what, beta? Lithium. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Top to bottom, their atomic sizes goes to be increases, their electropositive nature increases. So which contain more? Cesium. So it shows the maximum photoelectric effect. This is the order of reactivity in photoelectric effect. So which will shows maximum, beta? Cesium. It is going to shows the maximum photoelectric effect. I hope you understand this information clearly. Okay, I have given in yesterday class also, but I didn't give the order. Try to remember better. Okay, good. Next, another application I am going to tell you now. Another condition I want to tell you. Condition 1 is alkali metals, they shows maximum photoelectric effect. And same like another condition I am going to give you. By giving which condition? Metal will shows maximum photoelectric effect. The condition is metals, if it contains a very low, or we can say that metals which are having lower work function values. Lower work function values. Lower work function value. What is mean by work function? The symbol of work function is nothing but what, Nana? W. And also we can write another formula, that is nothing but H nu naught is equals to the W. Once again, the metals which are having very low work function values, metals with lower work function value, it shows maximum photoelectric effect. Sir, how? We didn't understand. I will give you the meaning. Yes, symbol of work function is W, or we can say another name of work function is threshold energy. So what is mean by threshold energy or work function? Threshold energy or work function means energy required to remove the electron. Energy required to remove the electron. For suppose cesium, due to its large size, it was very eager. It was okay. Now from that cesium atom, we can easily eliminate. We can easily remove the electron. We can easily remove the electron. That means we required a very low amount of energy for the removal of electron from where? Cesium. That's why we have to say that cesium contains very low work function value. That's why cesium metal shows maximum photoelectric effect. Okay. So the metals which are having lower work function values, or we can say lower threshold energy values, such metals they're going to be exhibit the maximum photoelectric effect. Maximum photoelectric effect. So from now onwards, try to remember two conditions. Alkali metals, they shows maximum photoelectric effect. Due to reasons, number of. Order also I have given to you. So from which metal we can easily remove the electron? From cesium metal. In photoelectric effect, elimination of electron takes place easily by using low energy, nothing but by using low work function. So cesium is the metal that contain very low work function value. So that's why it shows the maximum photoelectric effect. Okay. Okay, now beta. So the condition is metals which are having a very low work function or threshold energy values, they will show the what nana highest or readily they will shows the photoelectric effect. But listen carefully. In this nature, each and every metal, all they are not having same type of attractive forces. All they are not having same type of bonding forces. So for the removal of electron from that respective metals, definitely we require different types of energies. Nothing but in this nature, each and every metal that will contains a characteristic and a specific, or we can say a constant work function value we can see for each and every metal. So I want to give you few selected metals, very important metals. Their work function values I am going to give you. Okay, this is important for objective. Very good. So one side I am going to write the metals. Another side I am going to write the work function. What is the symbol? W. What is meant by work function? Threshold energy, or we can say energy required to remove the electron. So that work function values we are going to measure in unit, that is nothing but EV, electron volt में measure करेंगे. Yes. So the metal I am going to write that cesium. Next metal I am going to provide the rubidium. Next one is nothing but what? Potassium. Next one is I am going to consider sodium. Next one I have written here lithium. Next one I am going to write that magnesium. Next I am going to write one D block silver, and also another D block copper. S block or D block, both metal, because of most electropositive is S block. After that D block, both I have taken. And maximum photoelectric effect exhibited by the alkali metals. And order also I have given to you. Okay, now cesium contains low work function, that's why it shows maximum photoelectric effect. So I will give the value. From cesium atom, by the fall of incident light, so how much energy we require to remove the electron? The energy is nothing but the 1.9 electron volt. So this much amount of work function or threshold energy we required, that energy was taken from the photon for the removal of what? Electron. Okay, now again from rubidium, energy required to remove the electron or work function, that is nothing but the 2.1, or we can say 2.09 volt. Simply you can write 2.1. And from potassium we can write 2.2 volt and electron volt. And from sodium we can write 2.3 electron volt. And from lithium we can write 2.42 electron volt, like that manner. Now you can see the order: 2.42, 2.3, 2.2, nearby 2.1, nearby 1.9. So what happened here, which may contain very lower work function? Cesium contains low work function value. Lower work function means that will show the maximum photoelectric effect. I hope you understand now. Good. After that, magnesium. So from magnesium metal in photoelectric effect, for the removal of electron, we require how much energy or work function? That one we have to say that 3.7 electron volt. And for cesium, the work function value is nothing but the 4.3 electron volt. And for copper, the value of work function is 4.7 electron volt. In that manner, we have to be remember the values of. So same order we can consider. This is the increasing order of electron volt values. But in reverse, work function values decrease, so it contains very low work function. In that manner also we can write this is the order for what? Showing the photoelectric effect order. Cesium contains very low work function value. It will show the maximum what nana photoelectric effect. I hope you understand this information clearly. Next, go for application number 3 and application number 4. Applications are over. But for the third application and for that fourth application, we have to draw two graphs. Both the graphs are ultimately important. Okay, focus now. So in the third case, I want to discuss about the number of ejected electrons. Number of ejected electrons. So here particularly I want to be discussed only about the number of ejected electrons. So in the effect of photoelectric, by the fall of incident photon from the surface of metal, how many number of electrons are released? I am not discussing about kinetic energy, just my focus is only on the number of ejected electrons, or we can say number of released electrons, or we can say that number of what Nana? Ejected electrons. So number of ejected electrons, they will be depends upon what? Focus. Number of ejected electrons. Number of ejected electrons. They goes to be depends upon. They goes to be depends upon. They goes to be depends upon the intensity of light. Nothing but brightness of the light. Intensity of the light or brightness of the light, the meaning is nothing but it is the information given by the amplitude, height of the crust and the depth of the trough. That gap we have to denote it by capital letter A. A for amplitude, that will determines the intensity or brightness of the light. So based on intensity, based on brightness, okay, now we can get the more number of ejected electrons. So number of ejected or released electrons, they will depends upon the what Nana is, they will be depends upon the we have to say that intensity of the incident photon. So number of ejected electrons is directly proportional to intensity of the light. As the intensity of light, as the brightness of light goes to be increases, that will releases the more number of electron, directly proportional. Okay, now so number of ejected electrons, it will be directly proportional to, or we can say it will be depends upon the intensity of the light, or we can say it will be depends upon the amplitude of the light. Both are nothing but the directly proportional. But listen carefully, number of ejected electrons, they does not depends upon nu, does not depends upon nu, nothing but what? Frequency के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं हो सकता. So number of ejected electrons, we have to say that they do not depends upon, they do not depends upon frequency of light. They do not depends upon frequency of incident light. Okay, so number of released electrons depends upon intensity or brightness of the photon, but that released electrons, they does not depends upon the frequency. Okay, lot of differences there, Nana. So releasing electrons, 5 electrons, 6 electrons, whatever that may be, number of released electrons, they will be depends upon, or we can say directly proportional to intensity or brightness of the light, but it does not depends upon frequency. Okay, good. Based on these two concepts, I mean in the third application, number of electrons depends upon what? Intensity or brightness or amplitude. It does not depends upon frequency of light. Beta. So for the two different graphs we have to be drawn. So here you suppose it is nothing but the x dimension, and here you suppose here we are going to denote that y dimension. Upon x dimension, I am going to consider the intensity of the light. Yes, here I am going to consider that intensity of the light. What is the symbol of intensity? The symbol of intensity is nothing but capital A, and also we can say that it is nothing but the what, Nana? Amplitude, and also we can say that brightness of the light. Okay, and upon y dimension I am going to write that number of ejected electrons. What we are going to write, Nana? Number of electrons, or we can say number of ejected electrons, and flow of electron is nothing but what? Current. So we can say electron current also we can write here. Good. Number of ejected electrons or flow of electrons, it will be depends upon intensity of the light, or we can say that directly proportional. So we can write like this graph. Okay, all of you, number of ejected or released electrons, they will be depends upon or directly proportional to intensity or brightness or amplitude of the light, directly proportional. Okay, but number of ejected electrons, they won't depends upon the frequency. For that I am going to show you another graph. Same thing here, I am going to write the frequency of the light. What we are going to write, Nana? Frequency of the incident light. So the symbol is nothing but we can write nu. frequency of the incident light, it won't show any effect on the ejected electrons. So here I am going to write that the number of ejected electrons. So number of ejected electrons, they does not depends upon what? Frequency. Does not depends upon frequency. So number of ejected electron इसके ऊपर depend तो नहीं हो सकता. So here it gives a constant graph, that is the value like that manner. That both the graphs should be remembered. Okay. Fourth application I am going to show you now. Yes. Application number fourth one is, I want to say that kinetic energy of the electrons, or we can say that kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Okay, this is the concept only number of electrons. This is the concept kinetic energy of the electron. So kinetic energy of the electrons, we have to say that this is the concept depends upon the, this is the concept depends upon the frequency of light, depends upon the frequency of light. But what about number of ejected? Number of ejected electrons does not depends upon frequency, constant. But here kinetic energy of the electron, it will depends upon frequency. Sir, why formula क्या हो सकता? The formula is, already I have told you photoelectric formula. H nu is equals to W plus Ke. W plus what, Nana? Ke. This is the equation of what? Photoelectric Einstein equation. So here H is nothing but Planck's constant. That value was constant. Remaining is frequency is there. Very good. Work function values always they are constant for each and every metal. Okay, you leave it, that is also constant. Remaining is here what, Nana? Kinetic energy. So value of kinetic energy depends upon nu, means frequency of the incident light. I hope you understand that very well. Kinetic energy of the ejected or released electrons, that will be depends only on frequency of the incident light. Okay, but we have to say that kinetic energy do not depends upon intensity of the light. Quite opposite. Number of released electrons, they will be depends upon intensity, or we can say directly proportional. Okay, but what about here intensity? Do not depends. Here what? Directly proportional to intensity. Kinetic energy depends upon what? Frequency. Okay, depends upon frequency. But here number of ejected electrons do not depends upon frequency. Quite opposite conditions. So just remember one thing, number of releasing electrons, they will be depends upon intensity or brightness or amplitude of the light. But kinetic energy depends upon only frequency of the incident light as per the formula. Okay, because of H is constant, W is constant, kinetic energy is directly proportional to nu. Okay, yeah, again I am going to show you two different graphs. So first of all, kinetic energy versus frequency. So here I am going to write the frequency. Okay, I have written here frequency values. Again, and you suppose x dimension, and you suppose this is nothing but what, Nana? Y dimension. So upon Y dimension, we are going to consider the kinetic energy of the ejected electrons, or simply we can write kinetic energy of the electron. So kinetic energy of the ejected electron depends upon what? Frequency. Almost we can say directly proportional, but small change will be there. So that's why I want to show like this graph. ऐसे अपने को ग्राफ डिनोट करना पड़ेगा. Sir, why we are showing like this graph? This is the axis, x-axis. Upon that we are writing frequency values. But to show photoelectric effect, we have to compare with the value of frequency that must be more than threshold frequency. You suppose this is the point, it will indicates the nu naught, and also we can say the threshold frequency. So with respect to threshold frequency point, I am going to consider here one dashed line. So below this dashed line, especially we have to say that in this area, mu naught value is greater than mu. Which value is more? So in this area, mu naught value means threshold frequency is more. So before this dashed line, here especially in this area, mu naught value is more, threshold frequency is more, means you can't see the photoelectric effect. You can't see the ejected electron. And after this dashed line, after this mu naught, and means we have to say that especially in this area, okay, mu value is greater than mu naught in this area particularly. Before this dashed line, mu naught is more, and after dashed line, with respect to this curve, and after dashed line means as compared to mu naught in this area, mu value is more. So mu greater than mu naught. So in this area we can see the what Nana? Ejection of electrons. I hope you understand. Anyway, so kinetic energy of the ejected electron depends upon what? Frequency. Depends upon frequency. Both are directly proportional. We have written a straight line, but we have given some gap. The gap is with respect to what? Nu naught, nothing but threshold frequency. In this area, it indicates that ejection of electron will not be takes place. And after this dashed line, after this nu naught point, here U value is more. So we can say that in this area, ejection of electron will be possible. Very, very important graph. Okay, kinetic energy depends upon what? Frequency, but does not depends upon intensity or brightness. X dimension, again we can say that Y dimension. Next, and here upon X we are going to write now what Nana? Intensity. The symbol is nothing but A. Again here we are going to write what beta? Kinetic energy of the ejected electron. Kinetic energy of the releasing electron does not depend upon intensity or brightness. So this is we have to write the constant. Okay, by seeing the graph also we can say the same meaning. Number of released electrons depends upon intensity, directly proportional, but does not depends upon frequency, constant. Kinetic energy of the releasing electrons depends upon frequency, and the condition is applicable nu greater than nu naught. But kinetic energy does not depend upon what Nana? Intensity, that means constant value. I hope you understand. Another formula. What is the formula? Kinetic energy depends upon the frequency. Okay, as per photoelectric equation, h nu is equals to W plus Ke. W value is nothing but constant. Work function value constant na beta? Yes, H value, H is nothing but Planck's constant value. Okay, both are nothing but constants. So kinetic energy is directly proportional to what? Frequency. Yes, it will be depends upon frequency. So one condition is there. If frequency value is doubled, if the value of frequency is doubled, what about kinetic energy? Sir, both are directly proportional na. Kinetic energy will be doubled. But along with that kinetic energy, here we have to be work function value that will be always constant. Okay, now work function value always constant means work function value does not depend upon what? Frequency. Frequency will be depends only upon kinetic, or kinetic energy will be depends only upon what? Frequency. But the W value does not depends upon what na? Frequency na. Anyway, frequency double ho gaya means kinetic energy will be doubled, and also we can say that more than doubled because of kinetic energy is always constant value. First, suppose we are increasing frequency of what Nana? Frequency of incident light we are doubled. Nothing but total energy of striking photon will be doubled. Total energy was doubled, but work function remains constant. So more than double energy that goes to be released in the form of what Nana? Kinetic energy. So we have to say that kinetic energy will be, we have to say that what beta? More than doubled. So if frequency of incident light is doubled, okay, its kinetic energy of the ejected electron goes to be more than doubled, because of the reason is work function value remains constant. Okay, first suppose the metal is nothing but the cesium metal. From cesium metal, for the removal of an electron, we required 1.9. Okay, now I am going to increase the striking photon energy. By the increase of energy of the striking photon, by the increase of what Nana? Frequency of the striking photon. Again also we require same amount of energy, but remaining extra energy will be there na beta. That goes to be removed along with what Nana? Kinetic energy. That's why I have told you here little bit more than double, and we can say that because of work function value is nothing but constant. Ye point aapko remember karna. So concept is what? Statement is if the frequency of incident light is doubled, kinetic energy of the ejected electron will be more than doubled because of proton may contain low energy or proton may contain high energy, work function value will be remains constant for each and every metal. That should be specific and particular. Okay, ये तुम्हारा point ना try to be remember. Good. Now based on photoelectric effect, 2 to 3 problems I want to tell you now. Okay ना बेटा, follow me. Yeah. So question number 1 I am going to discuss now. I am going to be explain now. Problems based on photoelectric effect. Number 1 question. First, suppose here I am going to write that. You suppose it is a metal surface. Okay. And metal surface contain a particular frequency that is called threshold frequency. And they have given the value of threshold frequency. You suppose 7 into 10 to the power of 14 second inverse, or we can say H. Metal frequency or threshold frequency they have given. And in that problem they mentioned that when that metal goes to be exposed to a beam of light, or we can say incident photon, it contains a particular frequency that is nothing but nu. It is equals to 10 to the power of 15 second inverse. 10 to the power of 15 second inverse. The threshold frequency of a metal is, they have given. Incident photon that contain frequency, that also mentioned. So by the incident of such photon, automatically same thing from the surface of metal, releasing of electron will be takes place. So that released electron, it contains what about the kinetic energy? This is the question. They have given metal frequency, they have given incident light frequency, and electrons are releasing, nothing but photoelectric effect was taking place. But that released electron that contain how much amount of kinetic energy? That is the question. I hope you understand. So which equation we have to use? Einstein's photoelectric equation. So the solution I am going to give you now. First, suppose we can write that kinetic energy of the ejected electron Ke is equals to H into mu minus mu naught. Yes or no? Okay, right. So what we can write now? H value is nothing but Planck's constant. You know this value very well. 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. Okay, now because of SI unit we have to be considered. And frequency value, how much they have given? 10 to the power of what, Nana? 15. Minus threshold frequency, how much they have given? 7 into 10 to the power of 14. As much as possible. This is not maths beta. जैसे maths में calculation करते हैं, don't need to do in that number of steps. Try to think in short. Finally, answer is important. Yeah. 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34. I have written that clearly. This is in the form of 10 to the power of 15. This is in the form of 10 to the power of 14. Now let me consider both the forms in 10 to the power of 14. Then what we can write? 10 into 10 to the power of 14 minus 7 into 10 to the power of 14. In that manner we can write now beta? Good. So 10 minus 7. So we can write anyway here 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34. 10 minus 7 means we can write 3 into 10 to the power of 14. I hope you understand. So 6.625 into 3 means 6.6 into 3, 19.8. But overall 6.625 into 3, if we did complete calculation, around same value we are getting 19.86387 like that. So we can write 19.9 approximate value. 19.9 into 10 to the power of minus 34 minus 14. 34 minus 14 is nothing but what? Minus 20. So when we simplify this in one decimal point form, 1.99 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Decimal point, if shifted back side, it will becomes minus 21. But here decimal point shifted towards the front side. So we can say minus 19 becomes what? Minus 19. So this is the kinetic energy of the ejected electron from that respective middle surface. This value we have to be considered in joules because we have taken H value in joule. Okay, I hope you understand. Good. Now let me consider second problem. Yes. Shall I consider beta? Yeah. Problem number 2. Same thing here. I am going to consider a metal foil or metal surface. From that metal surface, okay, now yes, definitely here photon going to be incident or striking. Incident photon. Now you suppose it contain a wavelength, that is nothing but what, lambda. Incident photon, it contain the wavelength, you suppose that is nearby 15 angstroms. How much? 15. And this is the metal contain metal frequency u naught, that is nothing but 1.11 into 10 to the power of 16 h. These two values they have given. Again, in that case, the photon with particular wavelength, when it going to be falls on the surface of metal, from the surface of metal, definitely we can see the release of electron. So such released electron, they contains how much amount of kinetic energy. Once again, I am going to do the question. Metal is there, metal surface contain particular threshold frequency, and that metal going to be exposed to a light, and that incident light contain particular wavelength. Here incident light frequency was given, here incident light wavelength was given. Again they are asking question was same. Ejected electron contain what about what kinetic energy? Yes. Here directly they have given frequency, so they have written here as it is. But here they have not given frequency, what they have given? Wavelength. So let me calculate first of all frequency then. Okay. So what is the formula to calculate frequency? Frequency nu is equals to c by lambda. Our again formula. Okay, now we have discussed this formula around 1 week before Nana. Yes sir, no? In the topic of EMR. So nu is equals to c by lambda. C value how much? Velocity of light 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Where it going to be divided by the lambda, nothing but what? Wavelength. How much wavelength? 15 angstroms. 1 angstrom means 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter and 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Meter goes to be cancelled. Frequency will be in second inverse. And here 3 ones are and here 3 fives are. 1 by 5 means what, Nana? 0.2 into 10 to the power of 18. The minus 10 is like to plus 10 plus 10.8, that is nothing but plus 18. When we simplify this data, 2 into 10 to the power of what, Nana? Okay, 2 into 10 to the power of 17, and we can consider into this, that is nothing but 20 into 10 to the power of 16. Yes or no? By the shifting of one decimal point, it will become 17. By writing 0, 17 become what, Nana? 16. Sir, why we are converting into 16? Because they have given nu naught into 16 na beta. That's why I have shifted. Okay. So this is the value frequency we can write in second inverse, and also we can write h. Now they are asking kinetic energy of the ejected electron Ke equals to h into mu minus nu naught. What is the value of h? 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into, and this is the value frequency we have calculated, 20 into 10 to the power of 16 minus nu naught means they have given threshold frequency, that is around 1.11 into 10 to the power of what, Nana? 16. Now what we can simplify is we can write in the form of 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 and 20 minus 1.11. 20 minus 1 is 19, but here 0.11 is there, so we can write that 18.89. In both the data, the common value is 10 to the power of 16. Okay, 18.89, nearly we can consider 19. 6.6, nearly if you want you can consider around 7. Okay, so 19 7 ja 133. But here it is not around 7, just 6.6 is there. So if we did exact calculation, we will get a nearby value, that is around 125 into 10 to the power of minus 34. 34 says 16, remove easier beta. So 16 to the 32, 32 here for 34 means we can write 10 to the power of minus 18. So when we consider in the form of one decimal point, 1.25 into 10 to the power of what, Nana? Minus 16. 1.25 into 10 to the power of minus 16 joules. This is the energy of the released or ejected electrons. Okay, now beta. Good. So let me consider just another problem. Here little bit change I want to give you. Question number 3 related to photoelectric effects. Same thing here, I have considered a metal or metal surface or metal point. So from that metal surface, here you suppose one photon going to be incident, and for that incident photon or light, they have given the wavelength that is around 2000 angstroms. A photon with 2000 angstrom wavelength, when it going to be falls on the surface of metal, from that metal you suppose electrons they are going to be released. So the release of electrons, for the removal of electron you require certain amount of energy, that is known as work function. So work function value also they have given, you suppose 4.2 electron volt. Okay now, that means from that surface of metal, for the removal of electron we require how much energy? 4.2 electron volt. But incident wavelength contain how many angstroms? 2000 angstroms. So again same thing, that released electrons they contains what about amount of kinetic energy? Three different cases beta. Okay na? Yeah. So now let me consider again formula to same hai beta. Kinetic energy Ke is equals to h nu minus h nu naught. This formula we have to be used here. So for that purpose, what are the factors you require? That one we are going to calculate now. First of all, h nu, what is meant by h nu? H nu is nothing but quantum energy. So first of all, case number 1 is equals to h nu, but in the place of nu we can write c by lambda. So we can write that h c by lambda. Kinetic, okay now. Energy of the photon or light is equals to h nu equals to h into, in the place of nu I have written c by lambda. So what we can write now? Planck constant value, how much? 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second into c, nothing but speed of light, 3 into 10 to the power of 8, when entire this data divided by the lambda. Lambda means wavelength, how many angstroms? 2000 means 2 into 10 to the power of 3 angstroms. Angstroms we can convert into what nana? 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter, but we have to convert into meter, that is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 10. So this is the data we are getting in meters. So we can write what? 10 to the power of 3, 10 to the power of minus 7. So 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 meter. This is the wavelength of the incident light. That lambda value I am going to be right now 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. So 6.625 into 3, so many times we did the calculation, this is the value around 19.99 change. So we can write roughly 20 into minus 34 minus plus 8. So we can get 10 to the power of what now? Minus 26 and divided by the 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7. This is 2 ones are and this is 2 tens are. 10 into 10 to the power of minus 26 means we can write that 10 to the power of minus 25 by below plane 10 to the power of minus 7 is there. Minus 7 ऊपर लेके आए तो plus 7 and 10 to the power of what ना minus 25. So 25 से 7 निकाले तो क्या हो सकता है बेटा? That is around 10 to the power of minus 18. What we have calculated? Energy we have calculated. Okay. So energy we have calculated, that is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 18 joules. Like that we can write down. Good. E value we have calculated, nothing but h mu value we have calculated. Now we have to calculate the h nu naught. You know the value one thing very well. Work function W is equals to h nu naught. And work function value already they have given. How much they have given? 4.2 into. Actually this is the value answer in what? Joules. Energy we have calculated. H nu quantum we have calculated. Unit is nothing but joules. Because of h value we have taken in joules. 4.2 it is in what? Electron volt. Such electron volt we have to convert into joules. Yes, what we can write? 4.2 into 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. Because of all of you listen my dear students, try to remember one formula. 1 electron volt is equals to 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joules. So this formula you have to be remember must and should. So electron volt we are going to be converting to joules now. So 16 fours are 64. So here 4.2 is there. So nearby answer we are going to get that the, if you want you can do the calculation, nearby 6.7 we are getting into 10 to the power of what nana? Minus 19 joules. Okay. This is the value of what? H nu. This is the value of what? H nu naught. Both are in what? Joules. Now both the values they have to be substituted in above photoelectric equation. So the final answer is kinetic energy Ke equals to h nu minus h nu naught. What is the h nu? 10 to the power of minus 18. This is in the form of 10 to the power of minus 19. So 10 to the power of minus 18, that form I want to convert into 10 to the power of minus 19. Means we can write 10 into 10 to the power of minus 19. No problem. This is the value after simplification equals to the 10 to the power of minus 18. And h nu naught, how much value is there? 6.7 into 10 to the power of what, Nana? Minus 19. 10 minus 6.7 means we can write that 3.3 into, in both 10 to the power of minus 19 is common. I have written that as it is. And finally what we have calculated? Kinetic energy, again with respect to same unit, that is nothing but what, Nana? Joules. I hope you understand the story clearly. So what we have seen, applications of photoelectric effect, graphs related to the photoelectric effects, and problems related to the photoelectric effects in different modules we have studied. Okay, so the concept of photoelectric effect is completely clear, and in next class we will discuss another new topic now. Okay.